CII Broadcasting presents Legends of a Black Flag, produced and directed by Imran Ismail. Hazrat Abu Darda radiyallahu anh reports that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said that Dawood alayhi salam used to make this dua: Allahumma inni as'aluka hubbak wa hubba man yuhibbuk wal amal alladhi yuballighuni hubbak. O Allah, I ask you for your love and the love of that person who loves you, and of those actions which attract your love. The stories of the pious ignite the love of Allah and the love of those whose hearts were aflame with His love. We revive their stories to light the spark of Iman within us. Every episode has been based on true life events. This series is dedicated to all those that did and will live their lives for a higher purpose. Extra care was taken to ensure that this series was created within the parameters of the pleasure of Allah. May Allah accept it and forgive our weaknesses. Ameen. Legends of a Black Flag is a CII broadcasting drama, produced and directed by Imran Ismail.
Okay children, no matter which one of you I decide should get it, remember it doesn't mean I love or regard the other two any less. I hand this over to Umayma because just as you two excelled in your fields of architecture, Musab, and maths and Hafsa, she too excelled as a daughter, wife, and now a mother. No one will acclaim her contribution to society, but wallah, the home is the foundation of society. And if that foundation is weak, then the society will be weak. A lady who loves Allah more than anyone else will color all her relationships with love.
Boaz placed me gently in Umayma's hands.
Jazakallah, Papa. I am overwhelmed.
All three of you sacrifice something in life, but for a woman who has such a loving husband, for the sake of preserving Islam, asks him to marry a second wife, I stand in awe of your awareness of Allah.
You made the right choice, Papa. If the home is an unhappy place, no one can thrive to become active, valuable members of society. Come in, Thomas. Would you like a cup of tea?
Sure, we English love tea, eh? So, Musab, I've been sent by the East India Company to document the Indians for company research.
But why only now, when you people have been trading here since the time of Salim?
Well, Salim was under Nur Jahan, and she saw great potential for investment, so we were allowed to trade in exchange of our merchandise, yeah?
What merchandise do you have to offer? By the grace of our Creator, we have been blessed with gold, silver, silk, copper, spices, almost everything.
To be frankly honest, we didn't have much to offer, but now we have a stronghold here. With Salim gone, Shah Jahan isn't too interested in our presence, and his son Aurangzeb is very skeptical of us.
Aurangzeb? But he's not going to be the next king. Dara Shikoh is.
You never know with these Mughals. I think Aurangzeb is a strong contender for king. I want to know more about how you people achieve such beauty in your buildings at a time when our forefathers were still running around in animal skins. And what about the Taj Mahal? Why didn't you choose to be a part of its construction?
Shah Jahan called hundreds of people just to sit and read the Quran next to the Taj Mahal. He also distributed money and food to the poor non-stop for a couple of days, all for the sawab of his wife. He brought her remains back from Deccan yesterday.
Wow! I wish hundreds would read for me after my death.
Let's make a promise. Whichever one of us dies first, the other will read every day and send for them.
I promise, Janab. It's almost Maghrib time now, and it's Kulthum's turn with you.
Are you chasing me away? Jigar ki tukri.
Not at all, my Janab. But I don't want to be responsible for someone else's right to be taken away.
The Buzruks will feel shy in front of your taqwa, Jan. See you tomorrow, my darling. Please pass me my kitab.
Here you are.
Umayma, watch that step.
Ya Allah.
Ya Allah. Umayma, Jan, talk to me. Are you okay?
I think I must get it.
Wait, I'll go get the doctor.
No, stay with me. I don't think I'm going to make it.
What are you saying, Jan?
Janab, if I made you happy,
Every single day from the day we married.
then I am happy. Ya Allah, I tried my best to love according to your wishes. Forgive my weakness and enter me into Jannah.
Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, if a woman prays her 5 daily prayers, fasts her month of Ramadan, obeys her husband, and guards her chastity, then it will be said to her, enter paradise through whichever of its gates you wish.
Umayma binti Muaz, no monument in tribute of my love for you, but you were the empress of my heart. In your constant smile was the sunrise that chased away the darkness of my self-doubt, and in your sweet mannerisms was the comfort that I yearned for when life was tough. Forever you will live on in the excellent example you left, in the darkness of the night, when you got up for tahajjud, in the soul-sucking poverty that you bore patiently, and the chaste way you lowered your gaze, never looking at what was forbidden. May Allah be your reward, my beloved. Death seems so enticing now that you are waiting on the other side of its curtain.
Usman! How are you? Hey, it's been a long time.
Alhamdulillah, I'm okay. The past 2 years have been very difficult for me, with Umayma passing away, and then our child's death after that. Allah alone helped me through that nightmare of a time.
I don't know what we would do without the belief that Allah has everything written down for us, and we submit to His will. The loss of both of them was really tough, eh?
إذ قال له ربه أسلم قال أسلمت لرب العالمين. When his Lord said to him, submit, he said, I have submitted to the Lord of the universe.
I want you to have this flag, as you have more right over it, and you are going to accompany Shah Jahan in a battle.
Actually, I've left his army. In his old age, he has been getting heavily influenced by his son, Dara Shikoh. And because of his love for the prince, he is allowing him to practice un-Islamic beliefs.
So is it true that Dara Shikoh has turned away from Islam?
It looks like he fell on his ancestor Akbar. He compiled a book trying to combine Quran and Hindu text, and he wants people to accept it. Can you believe it? He also took Guru Govind Singh as his spiritual master. Na'uzu billah.
I wonder if Shah Jahan will stop him.
Shah Jahan, out of his love for his eldest son, entertained his heretical ideas and the intelligent way he presented it to him.
إنما أموالكم وأولادكم فتنة. Certainly, your children and your wealth are a test for you.
Allahu Akbar. How well I remember the dua of Sheikh Huzaifa.
When Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam was persecuted at Taif, An angel offered to punish them, but he declined, hoping that their progeny would accept Islam and serve Allah. I make the same dua for Akbar's progeny. Imagine if those people of Ta'if had been destroyed, then there wouldn't have been any Muhammad bin Qasim.
The time has come with Aurangzeb. He has implemented the rules of Sharia that were discarded by his forefathers, and he's a muttaqi. Subhanallah.
I have to admit that this is the first time I saw such an abstinent king. He is one of the wealthiest moguls, but he weaves baskets and writes the Quran and sells, and with that money, he covers his personal costs. Extremely impressive.
Subhanallah. The other day, Sayyid Abdullah went to his court and Aurangzeb made an indication towards his servant. So instead of coming to him, he went away and he came back with a bucket of water.
How rude.
No. He ended up making wudu. Ablution, you know. Sayyid Abdullah asked the servant later on, "How did you know Aurangzeb wanted to make wudu?" So the servant said, "My name is Muhammad, and Aurangzeb never takes my name without being in a state of wudu."
So much respect for a servant.
No, actually, so much of intense love for our Prophet.
Subhanallah. Send durud. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin al-Nabi al-Ummi wa ala alihi wa sallim taslima.
Sallallahu ala nabi.
That is indeed very holy, but how can such a pious man lock up his own father?
He is not locked up, Thomas. Did you see the fort in which Aurangzeb confined him? It is a beautiful city on its own, on the banks of the river Yamuna, so that Shah Jahan can see the Taj Mahal from his room window.
He asked him not to leave the Agra fort because of the things Shah Jahan was getting involved in, and that would be detrimental to him spiritually and personally. He visits his father there and still treats him with great respect.
What was Shah Jahan up to that Aurangzeb doesn't like so deeply?
That we can't tell you, because it would be considered as ghibat. You know what is ghibat? Backbiting.
You're an odd lot. You don't shift an inch from your moral code.
Praise be to Allah for that.
Aurangzeb was extremely respectful of the ulama whom he gathered and had them compile a fatwa kitab, Fatwa Alamgiri. He banned music completely, and the kuffar and the pleasure-loving despised him for that until today. Islam was strong in his time.
You know what I like about the emperor? He stopped all the painting and the excessive monuments that his family was crazy about, although the non-Muslims and many wealthy Muslims hate his simplicity.
We can never make everyone happy. All we need to do is make Allah happy. Chalo, Hafsa, I brought something for you.
Oh, yay! A present!
Hey, but you never changed. It's the black flag. You're going for Hajj with Abdurrahman. You're going to be on the ship that is sent as an armed force for the Hujjaj. I honestly think you're most deserving of it right now.
Jazakallah. Oh Allah, let me die in the Haramain or as a shaheed. Holding this flag increases my thirst for shahadat. Take care of my daughters, Mus'ab.
We went for Hajj in peace, and as we pulled out of the port of Yemen, I remembered how I sailed this exact route more than a millennium ago with Zaid. But this time, there was a strong Muslim ruler, Aurangzeb, awaiting our return, especially since his family was also on board. However, Allah had planned a repeat of history.
Ah! We're being attacked! It's the pirates of the Caribbean!
It was the notorious Henry Avery and his gang of ruffians. They scaled the ship where the Muslims put up a good fight till the cannon exploded, hurting and demoralizing the Muslims.
Abdurrahman, watch out behind you. Throw me a spear dagger.
Hafsa, like a true lioness as her father had named her, fought valiantly.
Take that, you dog. Let me attack from the upper deck. Hey, want me to speed up your trip to hell? Abdurrahman, Ya Allah, they have killed him. I will join you in paradise, my husband. Wallahul musta'an. Ya Allah, spare me from the talons of these evil men.
Someone killing the woman now. She's fighting the commander.
Ya Allah, let me die as a shaheed. Fustu wa rabbika al-Ka'bah.
Yes, she's dead.
La ilaha illallah.
A victory for us. She was a raging lioness.
A Muslim is never at loss, even in prison, tortured or martyred. For his or her goal is Allah, and the more the sacrifice, the closer to the goal. The battle was so vicious that John Smith, who was part of the pirate crew, later wrote,
I've never regretted any of my pirate life, nor the murder, robbing, and lawless lifestyle. I have never regretted any of my pirate life. Though, what we did to the Muslim men and women on the way back from the pilgrimage troubles me in my old age.
Deck by deck, they were killed and raped systematically. The screams of the tortured still makes the blood run cold.
Aurangzeb, please take revenge on these people. What they did to our men and women? Not even animals would do that. Ya Allah, destroy them. Wipe the tears of my orphan nieces.
Aurangzeb was enraged and shut down East India Company factories immediately, and the English living in India were arrested. The British Parliament were extremely worried about the financial impact this would have on them. They coughed up a huge amount for the destruction caused by the pirates and apologized profusely to Aurangzeb.
Please, sir, we swear never to allow such thing to happen again. We have even declared pirates to be enemies of the human race. Whenever and wherever they are found, they will be killed. We had no direct hand in this happening. Please be fair and allow us to continue trading here. Don't exile us from India, Shah Aurangzeb.
Okay, I allow you to stay.
It was a fatal decision that would cause the sun to set on the Mughal Empire forever. 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 After Hafsa and the other Hujjaj had been killed or kidnapped, the remainder were sent back to India on their ships. Thus I came back into the hands of Musab. The English never stepped out of line again, so long as Aurangzeb was alive. But within 5 years of his death, the East India Company began rising up. Musab handed me over to his niece, the daughter of Hafsa.
Hold it high and hold it high only behind a just and God-fearing leader.
Should I pass this flag on to my children?
Ya Walad, listen carefully. If your children do not possess taqwa and excellent character, they are not worthy of this flag. It must never be in the hands of a coward.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. O you who believe, fear Allah as He should be feared, and die not except in a state of Islam.
Maryam, the daughter of Hafsa, had 2 grandsons, one who studied in Madrasa Rahimiyya, which was founded by Shah Waliullah Dehlavi Rahmatullah Alayh, a visionary par excellence. He especially worked against the Kufr system of economy and wrote against communism and capitalism before it officially came into existence. He was a giant of Islam. who was to influence the greatest resistance to the British by the ulama. Maryam's other grandson was martyred in the last battle, led by a good Muslim ruler, Tipu Sultan, against the British invasion of India. May Allah bless Tipu, who fought valiantly for years. After his shahadat, the British officially took over India like a bunch of vile rats unleashed. The grandson had a cousin who was a good man with 2 sons, Yazid and Ziyad. I was in their care now.
Hey Z, get me a glass of water.
Okay. You still here, Yazid? I thought you would have left to open shop at least an hour back.
I'm going, Papa. Ziyad, make it snappy, man. You're making me late for work.
Later that evening...
Who bloody left their shoes there?
You did.
So couldn't you move it? Listen, I'm not going to open shop tomorrow because I'm having a late night tonight. I'm going to see Mushtaq in them.
But you're not being fair. Next week is my turn to open.
Oh, please, man. I'll swap a day with you.
I also had my own plans.
What plans?
Yazid!
Yeah, coming.
Yazid, sit down. I want to talk to you.
Oh.
You're a good child, beta.
Oh, okay.
You read all your salah. You do your door punctually. And you're particular about sunnah. But you have many spiritual illnesses. And if you don't get it treated, you're heading for a shaky future, my son.
What do I do? Get a spiritual doctor or something?
See how you talk. Yes, exactly. A spiritual doctor as in a sheikh. I want you to look for a sheikh that you feel compatible to and take bet to him.
A sheikh? Bet? What's that?
A sheikh is someone who will tell you how to remove your weaknesses. If he is pious, Allah will make him a guide for you towards the love of Allah. Just like the Sahaba radiallahu anhu had Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam as their spiritual guide. It is easy to say, don't be proud or lower your gaze, but putting it into practice is not easy for everyone. When you take bet, spiritual allegiance to a sheikh, you are handing yourself over for a checkup and diagnosis. Whatever treatment he gives you, you must accept it as long as it's within the Sharia.
Okay, I'll start shopping around tomorrow for a sheikh.
Ya Allah, guide this child of mine.
After a week, Yazid had a worried look on his face.
What's wrong, beta?
I did start looking for a sheikh. And some I didn't feel inclined to, but there was one who I thought was brilliant. But he allows his female murids to kiss his hand. I'm not sure if that's right.
Anything against the conformity of Sharia is unacceptable, no matter how big his beard or long the kurta is. Carry on looking better. If you are sincere in wanting to change, Allah will open your way.
And the way did open. A very pious man, Haji Imdadullah, Rahmatullah alayh, a Sufi of brilliance, returned from Makkah Mukarramah after a long time away.
Yazid, is that you?
Gee, assalamu alaikum. I came in quietly because I didn't want to wake anyone up.
Wow. Normally he comes in like a storm brewing. Where were you?
In the majlis of Haji Imdadullah. Where are you going?
I'm going to the toilet.
At that time, the toilets used to be outside.
Here's your shoes. And here's the water jug. Wait, let me fill it for you.
Yo! What has happened to you, Yazid? I never saw you so humble.
Astaghfirullah. I'm not humble at all. But my sheikh has prescribed doing menial tasks to get rid of my arrogance. I still have a long way to go. Make dua for me. I can't explain this feeling of lightness since I took Bayat Mushtaq. People say, "Oh, you talk too much about your sheikh." I say, I was like a person lost in the desert. I thought I was fine, but that was just a mirage. Imagine if while you're in the vast desert alone, on your knees, gasping with thirst, and someone comes, gives you a glass of cold water and leads you out of the desert.
I think I'll send a present every day for them.
That is how it is with the sheikh. He placed the glass of Allah's love in my hand. How can we not be indebted to the one who shows us the path of Allah and Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam? Haji Sahib is going to wage jihad against the British, and I'm going to ask Papa if I can join him.
Yazid, after your brother was martyred in the Battle of Shimla, I wasn't sad, but I was proud that I was the father of a shaheed. I distributed mitai in gratitude for his honor. If you want to go to Ambala to fight under Mulana Jafar the Nesari, how can I stop you? Allah knows the pain in my heart at losing you too, but the pride is more. Go and do what your father never did. Allah Hafiz.
And so I was handed over to Yazid in the fight against the British, who were convening regarding the rebels.
Sir Williams, what do you suggest we do regarding the situation of the rebels in India? Suppressing them is not as easy as I thought.
Of the entire population of India, the Muslims there are spirited and vigilant. The Battle of Independence was fought by Muslims. As long as Muslims cherish in them the spirit of jihad, we shall not be able to vanquish them. It is therefore imperative to first and foremost snuff out this spirit by eliminating the ulama and the Quran. Go house to house, mosque to mosque, and gather every Quran you can find. We have to eliminate the threat of the holy book.
And what shall we do with the madrasas?
Destroy them. If we destroy of the madrasas, we destroy the spine of Islam. Bulldoze Madrasa Rahimia to the ground.
300,000 Qurans were burnt.
Moviziad, what's wrong? I passed Chandni Chowk and I saw them hanging bodies of the ulama on every single tree. I feel sick. An old Hindu man gave me refuge, and that's how I escaped that fate.
The English won't stop killing us, and we won't stop our passion for deen.
وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا أَشَدُّ حُبًّا لِلَّهِ. And those who have Iman are intense in the love for Allah.
14,000 ulama were hanged on trees from Delhi up till Khyber. It was a most gruesome sight. And this was only the start of the campaign to destroy Islam via destroying the ulama.
Maulvi Ziad, Maulvi Ismail, I want you to take this letter to Maulvi Jafar. It is of utmost importance that it reaches him, but be very careful. There's a warrant out for your arrest. Astaghfirullah.
In the dark of the night, they crept out.
Ismail, let's stop here for a while. It will be Fajr soon. I want to read 2 rakats.
Sure, no problem. تبارك الذي بيده الملك وهو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. Ya Allah, what's that?
I can't see anything, but it sounds like someone's being shot.
Too many bullets are being fired for one person to be shot. Let's crawl to this boulder and look over it.
destroy these animals. Look, I can see some of the boys who sat with me in madrasa. We used to learn Bukhari together. I'm going to stop them. Look, they're tying the ulama in sacks and pumping a hail of bullets through the sack.
No, you won against all these animals. Allah will accept this great ulama as shaheed while the English will be dispatched to Jahannam.
The bullet-ridden sacks were then taken and dumped in the river. Oh, listener, listen well. Ulama was sewn into filthy pigskins and hurled into blazing furnaces. Their bodies were branded with hot copper rods. Gallows was set up in the courtyard of the Badshahi Masjid of Lahore. Each day, up to 80 ulama were executed by hanging. All this for the crime of possessing the knowledge of Islam.
ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان. O our Rabb, forgive us and all those who preceded us in faith.
Maulana Ziyad and Ismail finally reached Maulana Jafar and handed the letter over. Under the cover of the night, they headed back to Delhi.
Ziyad, I don't think it's safe for the ulama to be in Delhi anymore. We should tell Maulana Tilla that we'd rather set up base somewhere else and send our families to a village for safety.
I agree. What's that sound?
Ah, my dear Mulvis. Finally, you are under arrest.
Ziyad, run!
Is he still chasing us?
I can't see him.
If he's alone, we can kill him, inshallah.
Legends of a Black Flag is a production of CII Broadcasting and podcast in CIIBroadcasting.com. CII thanks the entire cast of Legends of a Black Flag.